In India's largest megacities, average traffic speeds have flatlined to a crawl of barely 15 kilometers per hour. This bar chart compares the volume of registered private cars in two major hubs. Notice how Bangalore's count actually ticks past Delhi, officially crossing the 2.3 million mark. So consider a radical thought experiment. What happens if we hit the kill switch and completely ban all private cars in Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi for exactly 30 days? This is a brutal stress test designed to expose the hidden vulnerabilities buried within the urban metabolism. On day one, the immediate shock is auditory and spatial. Millions of idling engines go silent, and massive multi-lane roads are suddenly completely empty. Based on historical data from Delhi's odd-even road rationing pilot, particulate matter in the air plummets by 13 to 18% within hours. Down on the street, emergency services encounter zero friction. An ambulance navigating a central urban core cuts its response time from an agonizing 40 minutes to under 10 minutes. The air clears and the sirens move fast. But removing the primary mode of transport for millions of people immediately sends a violent shockwave through the deeper infrastructure. The morning commute begins, and millions of displaced car owners are forced to find alternative public transit at the exact same time. In Delhi, the metro network is pushed far beyond its peak capacity of 6.5 million riders. The city's secondary bus fleet is currently operating at a 13-year low, leaving the rails to absorb the entire overflow. Mumbai faces a strict physical limit. Its local trains already operate at what is known as a super dense crush load, making it physically impossible to squeeze in the city's car-owning elite. But above ground, Mumbai experiences a rare logistical win. Freed from gridlock, BEST buses navigating major expressways suddenly double their average speeds. Bengaluru breaks down in a completely different way. The city's radial sprawl and limited metro reach leave thousands of tech workers stranded, forcing an immediate, city-wide return to remote work. When the private cars vanish, a megacity's raw geographic layout dictates exactly who gets to keep moving and who is instantly paralyzed. Down on the street, the urban social hierarchy flips. The car-owning elite face a brutal logistical reality check, suddenly fighting for space on crowded platforms. The heaviest penalty falls on the working class. They already rely entirely on public transit, and now they have to endure unbearable overcrowding as displaced drivers flood the system. Looking at this line graph, you can see the exponential spike in ride-hailing pricing. With commercial vehicles in sudden scarcity, gig workers, delivery riders, and auto rickshaw drivers inherit the empty streets and wield immense economic leverage. Retail spending patterns rapidly reorganize. Massive, car-dependent suburban malls lose their daily revenue, while spending hyper-concentrates in walkable neighborhood shops, creating an accidental 15-minute city. These empty streets represent a violent, real-time redistribution of economic power and spatial access. On day 31, the experiment ends. The engines turn back on, and the gridlock immediately returns. Based on past Delhi interventions, a total ban triggers a sharp plunge in auto sales and fuel tax collections. Transitioning the dataset, a dramatic drop-off hits the MSME sector. Small businesses relying on older utility vehicles are severely crippled. You cannot amputate a foundational piece of economic infrastructure without a scalable replacement ready to take its place. Instead of shock experiments, cities require precision tools. Dynamic congestion pricing offers a realistic, targeted solution. Leveraging existing AI camera networks to charge vehicles entering dense commercial cores during peak hours allows planners to naturally regulate traffic and generate consistent revenue. That revenue must then fund systemic upgrades, fixing wet lease bus contracts to guarantee reliable service, and enforcing transit-oriented development so neighborhoods are actually walkable. Fixing traffic for good requires curing the city's entire living metabolism.